Dear friends, welcome to another video. Today we build a simple breath analyzer. This module here, we are using the MQ3 sensor, gas sensor. It senses alcohol, an OLED display and an Arduino Mega in order to drive the modules. What does a breath analyzer do? It measures the alcohol in your breath. Do you have a drink already or no? Let's find out. It's still warming up. It needs around 15 minutes to warm up, so sit back and let's wait together for 15 minutes. Okay, I'm kidding. I'll pause the video now. Okay, 15 minutes later, the sensor has warmed up. This sensor here needs at least 15 minutes in order to warm up. If you touch it, it's warm. It's around 40 degrees Celsius. In order to have correct measurement. Now, what we see in the little display is the analog read we take from Arduino. MQ3 sensor is an analog device. The blue wire here is taking an analog measure, and all we do is we display this measure in the display. Now the value is 128 and it says that we are sober. We had no drinks so far. So let me unplug the sensor and plug it to another wire in order to be easier to test it with some alcohol. Let's see. I have removed the sensor from the breadboard in order to be easier for me to breathe on it, and now I'm going to have a sip of beer. Let's see. As you can see, for a moment it said that I had a beer. Let's do it again. Interesting, huh? Okay, let's now have a sip of ouzo, a famous strong Greek drink, and try the sensor. Did you see that? It said I smell ouzo. Let's do it again. That's it, huh? It works. Okay, let's now see how this sensor, the MQ3 gas sensor, really works. This sensor uses a chemical reaction in order to detect alcohol vapors in the air. So it does not detect alcohol, liquid alcohol, but alcohol vapors, and to do that it uses a chemical reactions that has to take place in a specific temperature. That's why when we touch the sensor, it's hot. It's around 30 to 40 degrees Celsius. So if I place this piece of cotton with some alcohol in that, you can see that the measurement rises. You can see that it can detect the alcohol in the cotton piece. If I remove the cotton, because the sensor is saturated with alcohol vapor, it takes some time to calm down to the normal value. Let's do it again. And if I press the cotton in the sensor, you can see the value increases. I'm using 100% pure alcohol here. And as you can see, the maximum value is around 600 that I am getting. Let's now see how to connect the MQ3 sensor module to an Arduino project. First of all, we have to buy an MQ3 module from any store. You can find some links in the description of the video. And as you can see, it has four pin outputs. The first one is ground, the out, analog output, and VCC. So, in order to connect this module to an Arduino, we have to connect VCC to 5 volts on Arduino. We have to connect ground to Arduino ground, and we have to connect analog output to an analog pin. Okay, now connecting to Arduino, as we said, VCC goes to 5 volts. Ground goes to Arduino ground, and analog output goes to analog pin 0 on Arduino. Now, in order to connect the OLED display, we have made a special video on that. Check it out and see how easy it is to connect this display on an Arduino. Okay, let's now see the power consumption of this project. As you can see right now, the project draws around 180 milliamps of current. The power consumption is 0.86 watts. That's a lot of power that is coming from this battery pack. Let's now have a quick look at the code of the project. First of all, we have to use two libraries in order to drive the OLED display, but for more details about this, check out our previous video about the OLED display itself. You will find the link in the description of the video. Then we have to declare how many minutes we want to wait until the sensor has warmed up. 900 seconds is 15 minutes. You can change it for more or less time. Then we declare the analog pin we are going to connect to, analog pin 0, and we wait until the sensor has warmed up, and then we print the value that we read from the sensor. It's a very straightforward code. That's the print alcohol level function that takes one argument, the value, the analog value from the sensor itself, and prints a message according to the value. I have made no calibration to the sensor, so all I do is I check the value of the analog read and then print a message accordingly. Of course, this method is not accurate at all. It's only for educational and fun use, and of course, please don't use it while driving. It is not accurate at all. So that's today's project. It is a very easy to build and very low cost as well project. It's ideal for beginners. The cost of this project is around 3 euros for the sensor, 5 euros for the display, and from 2 to 10 euros for the Arduino. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, press like below or subscribe to our channel in order to watch our next videos that are going to be very interesting as well. Thank you very much.